Hey guys, looking at another one of our projects with Haven Homes. My name is Jason. I'm with the Ask team of eXp Realty. We do sales and marketing management for Haven Homes. And I wanted to take an opportunity to point something out to people that they might not know. So building code, national building code. People refer to it sometimes as minimum code. And the reason they call it minimum code is because any worse than that, and it's illegal to build in Canada. So it's literally the worst possible house you are legally allowed to build. That's what national building code means. So if anybody says to you sometimes, well, we do that because it's code. Well, just because it's code don't mean that it's good enough. And there are a lot of times I find myself thinking and saying that good enough is just not good enough. And that's very true with a lot of things when it comes to Haven Homes. Here's another one that's true for him. We're looking at the foundation. It's already been backfilled. So in here is your basement that goes from this board you see across the center here to the basement is, when it's done and everything is poured, 8-ish feet. So now it's close to 9 because, our concrete slab is not in. So, of course, all this is backfilled on top of your concrete. And when your concrete is going to be underground, it needs to have a moisture barrier on the outside of it. And code is that you tar it. You just paint it with tar. And that's fine. And it's been that way for a very, very long time. This is a dimple board. It's in DMX. How do I say DMX without making a rap joke? Like, where my dog's at. Bark with me now. Anyway, sorry. Lame. This is a firm, hard, rigid piece of plastic. And it has all of these dimples in it. And the point of these dimples facing in against the concrete is not to prevent water from getting in here. It's okay if water gets in there because it's not water against the foundation. I'm going to turn this around for you now. It's not water against the foundation that causes water intrusion into your basement. It's usually, not always, it's usually something called hydrostatic pressure. And that means that the force of all of the earth that's pushed up against the foundation forces the water in through the tiniest little hairline fractures. Because all concrete poured foundations have fractures. All of them. Concrete changes size and shape as it cures and the water comes out of it and you get little cracks. It happens everywhere. It's not a big deal. As long as they're not horizontal, they could be structural. But all these vertical hairline fractures, it's cool. Not a big deal. That hydrostatic pressure is what forces the water into the basement. So even with a new home warranty, you're only covered for water intrusion in your basement for like a year, which is not a long time if you build a new house, and houses live to be hundreds of years old. 1 year is nothing. I mean, it's nothing. So what these dimple boards do is they allow the water that's up against the foundation and behind the dimple board to rest comfortably in peace because there's no pressure from the earth. There's no hydrostatic pressure pushing it in. And they're allowed to expand and contract and expand and contract in freeze-thaw cycles if you live in a place like we do where the weather is unpredictable at best. So I thought this was just a good opportunity to explain to people, first of all, that national building code is not something to aspire to. It's at best the worst possible case acceptable scenario. And that there are people out there that build things more like they should be, more like you can be proud of owning, and you don't have to worry about that stuff. And that dimple board, that comes with a much, much longer guarantee against water intrusion. So that's it. Any questions? Easy to reach. Talk to you soon.